Welcome to a new English lesson brought to you by Red Sea English Castle. This is Ráضي الشافعي with you in a new lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the resources and books from which we can improve our writing skills, particularly academic writing skills. One of the most valuable books that I've recently come across here is a book called Peterson Master TOEFL Writing Skills. This book is divided into 4 parts. I'm going to walk you through the book here. In part 1, you study about basics for TOEFL writing. In part 2, diagnostic strengths and weaknesses. Part 3, that's the most important part, and this part is what really counts as the most. In part 3, you study modifiers of English, you study verbs, you study pronouns, basic patterns, you study style of writing, and for part 4 we find practice tests. So what counts as the most here is part 3. Let's get back to part 3, choose a lesson and see how it is explained in this book. I'm going to choose split infinitives because I believe many or most of you haven't heard about it, or you may make such a mistake without noticing that. So let's see split infinitives together. Split infinitives means when you put or insert a word between two and the base form or the infinitive. We all know in English the word to should be followed by the base form, the infinitive. If you inserted any word, usually an adverb between two and the infinitive, here you make a split infinitives. And this is considered a linguistic mistake that you should avoid making. Let's see an example first, then comment on that. He wanted to carefully read the directions. If we looked here, let's highlight the word to, okay, and its infinitive read. We will find them separated by the adverb carefully. The adverb carefully is inserted between two and the infinitive read, so the writers here made split infinitives. In order to fix that mistake, we are going to take away or move the adverb so that the to is followed directly by the infinitive. So the sentence was rewritten, he wanted to read. Notice that the infinitive here is directly followed or directly used after the word to. He wanted to read the directions carefully. The modifier or the adverb carefully was put in end position at the end of the sentence. Another example. To thoroughly understand the subject, ask an expert. Here again, we find, let's highlight to, and its infinitive is understand. We will find that the word or the adverb thoroughly is inserted between to and understand. In order to fix the mistake here, which is called split infinitives, we need to move the word thoroughly away in order not to go between to and its infinitive. So the writer said, to understand the subject thoroughly, ask an expert. A third example, he was looking for a way to rapidly complete the job. Again, he was looking for a way to rapidly complete the job. Here, that's the word to, okay? And that's the infinitive complete. In between the word to and the infinitive complete, we find the adverb rapidly, which makes split infinitive here. So in order to fix that mistake, we need to move the word rapidly away. So the writer wrote the sentence saying he was looking for a way to complete the job rapidly. Rapidly was put at the end of the sentence and an end position. That's what we call split infinitives. Now we are going to do exercise together. We are going to read some sentences and decide whether the sentence has a split infinitives or not and how to fix it. Sentence number 1, we decided to leave the area quickly. That's the word to, followed directly by its infinitive leaves, so this sentence is correct and has no split infinitives here. The second sentence, he seemed to easily understand the situation. If you notice here, you find the adverb easily is put between the word to and its infinitive understand, causing what we call split infinitives. We need to fix that sentence. In order to fix it, we need to move the word easily away in order not to be between to and its infinitive. So how can we rewrite the sentence in order to fix that? Let's do it together. We can say, okay, we can say he seemed to, the word to must be followed by its infinitive, understand, the situation easily. Here the sentence was fixed, or the split infinitive is fixed here in this sentence. The third sentence, to really make him happy would be impossible. If you notice here again, we find that's to, and that's the infinitive make, and in between we find the adverb really. In order to fix the sentence, we need to move the word really away. So we can say here to, to make him really happy, and so on. If we did it, if we do it in that way, here we have to make, and here I avoided making that split infinitive. The fourth sentence. She used a scale to accurately weigh the vegetables. Okay, again, let's consider the sentence again. She used a scale to, that's the word to, then weigh, that's the infinitive, and in between we have here the adverb accurately and causing what we call split infinitives. So how can we fix that? Again, we are going to move the adverb away so that the word to is directly followed by its infinitive. Let's do it together. She used a scale to weigh the vegetables accurately. Sentence number 5. Don't try to completely finish your homework before dinner. Again, don't try to completely finish your homework before dinner. Here we have the adverb completely. Again, in order to improve the structure of the sentence, we are going to take the word completely away, saying, do not try to finish your homework completely before dinner, and so on. Do not try to finish, do not try to finish here your homework completely before dinner. Okay, sentence number 60 here. To hastily read the material is not enough for good comprehension. Again, to hastily read the material is not enough for good comprehension. If let's highlight the word to and its infinitive read, here we find hastily. So in order to improve the sentence, we can say to read the material hastily. To read the material hastily is not enough for good comprehension. Again, to read the material hastily, I'm going to use the word hastily just next to the word material, is not enough for good comprehension. Sentence number 7. He began to chatter about the event excitedly. Began to chatter. So I have to chatter here. This sentence is correct as it is, and it doesn't have split infinitives. Sentence number 8. Please try to entirely revise. Here I have a problem with the position of the adverb entirely. So we need to move it away in order to avoid that split infinitive. So we can say, please try to revise your work entirely before you leave. So the right position for the word entirely will be just next or after the word work or the noun work here. So again, it will be please try to revise your work entirely before you leave. Sentence number 9, the teacher wanted to know positively whether or not the students could come to the picnic. For sentence number 9, let's highlight the word to, and we find it's directly followed by the infinitive here. So this sentence is correct as it is. The teacher wanted to know positively whether or not the student could come to the picnic. The last sentence, sentence number 10, Bob is going to soon decide on his future course of study. Here I have the word soon. The adverb soon here is inserted between to and its infinitive decide. So here in this sentence, or this sentence has a split infinitive. So we need to move it away. So we can say Bob is going to decide on his future course of study soon. Soon will be put at the end of the sentence, or you move the word soon ahead in the beginning of the sentence, saying soon Bob is going to decide on his future course of study. And one final note before we end the lesson, notice that this rule, split imperatives, is not hard and fast rule. I mean here it's not a binding rule. For some modern linguists, they think it's acceptable at specific situations to make split infinitives. But my advice for you here is to avoid making split infinitives as possible as you can, particularly in formal writing. That's it, and by now we come to the end of our lesson. See you next time. Bye bye.